What's going on, everyone? My name is Matt, and you are watching Demo Reel. Now, yesterday, we premiered the film After Midnight, a tribute to Richard Linklater's films Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight, and of course, starring Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. And today, I am very happy to be joined by the stars and the writers of After Midnight, Bryan Fitzgerald and Valery Lessard.
Yes.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
No problem, no problem. So, before we start, the same old spoiler warning. If you haven't watched it, go watch it now. You know, you can watch it right here. Yes, I am putting the link in front of my face because, you know, who gives a shit about me? And go watch it before you watch this interview because we're really going to get into it. And I guess also, if you haven't seen Richard Linklater's films,
Yeah.
there could be some spoilers for that. So
Yeah, definitely.
if you're still here, let's go. So guys, maybe the most cliched question that filmmakers and, well, artists get is, what was your inspiration? Now, I'm not going to ask you that because it's pretty obvious what your inspiration was, but can you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with Richard Linklater's films? What do they mean to you?
It started with, we met, this whole film is also based on our relationship as a couple too.
Right.
When we first started seeing each other in acting class, the first scene that we did together was from Before Sunrise.
Yeah, Before Sunrise.
Before Sunrise, it was an American guy and
Right,
a French
right.
girl, which that's where we fall into, and then
She speaks French.
So that like part of the movie, that was true.
yeah.
Oh yeah, everything in the movie
Yeah,
is true.
that is
Oh my
true.
God.
So everything that we said there was totally true, and the reason why the film, what inspired it, we actually went to a Q&A and a
Right.
screening of Before Midnight.
Right.
Yeah.
And we saw the film, and we
'Cause
loved it.
Because the whole series really meant something for us, because that first scene, and then we started dating each other after that, and our whole class had seen the scene in front of class and us coming together, and then we started watching all the films, and then the Before Midnight came out, and then he got invited to the Q&A
Right.
of the film, so we went together.
Yeah,
And we saw Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, and that was really
it
exciting.
was very cool.
So when we got out
And
of there,
seeing their dynamic too was
Yeah.
so interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
So like what we talked about it in the film.
we kept saying,
Yeah,
how Ethan
what was their
Hawke-
dynamic like outside the
I
film?
felt like he really really has a thing for her. Really, like in his mind, if he could be with her,
I think
it would be. And I could be totally wrong. I don't know Ethan Hawke. I've never spoken to him.
We're awaiting your response.
I just think they were like brother and sisters. They were having a lot of fun.
Whoa. She said that. What was the line? We say it in the film that she sees him like a cousin, and I felt like his heart just sort of. Oh. You know, because there's still this glimmer. I mean, how long have they known each other now?
Yeah, that's true.
They did the
Over
first
30
film in like the 90s, and then every like 10 years they did another
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
So they've had a long working relationship, and like
Exactly.
they know each other in and
Yeah.
out. They've been
Right.
working together a long time, so
Yeah.
maybe there's that glimmer of hope
That could be.
somewhere
Who
that
knows?
like,
Yeah.
you know, they get together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when we walked out of the movie theater after the Q&A, we started talking and walking, and went through Central Park, and that's really what
Oh, that really was.
it's really based
Oh my
on
God,
what
wow.
happened. And then at some point, I remember, and I say that too in the film, I'm like, oh my God, we should write this down because this is so
Yeah.
similar to them and their situation.
I was honestly just thinking, it's like, holy crap, those films actually brought you two together. Someone
Yeah.
should make a movie about that. Oh wait.
Yeah,
You guys just
Or
did.
basically,
Yeah.
it was happening in front of our eyes, and then we thought, well, let's just do this.
Yeah, and the
Right.
idea that
Why
even
not?
our
Yeah.
generation were touched by a series of film that evolved through over almost 30 years.
Oh yeah,
So,
totally.
Yeah.
in that we feel a complete connection.
Oh yeah,
To
totally.
it.
And I think because of it, maybe I'm just cynical, but I feel like if anyone else tried this, it would have come across as really contrived and everything. But you could really tell that these films were just so ingrained in like the story of your relationship, and it came across as being very real. And you know, you incorporated all the major elements of the films, and it was framed like so great. And watching the latest film, like, well, just kudos, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, I mean, obviously we followed as best we could the style
Yeah,
and structure,
stylistic.
Of course.
and the whole walking and talking. It's,
Right,
I mean, that's
right.
a huge part of
And
their
one of the-
film, so
yeah.
it made sense to do it like that.
And I just
Gotcha.
remember one of the first thing that when I moved here, when I went to acting school, one of the first thing that my classmates were telling me is that I look like Julie Delpy.
Really?
And at the time, I had no idea who she was. And then I started looking her up, and I was like, oh my god, it's true. So then also this whole thing was kind
yeah.
Well, I never got that I looked like Ethan Hawke. But,
Oh, I don't know.
I'm a
Grow
big-
your facial hair out.
I'm a
you
big
know.
fan, yeah.
Can't blame you. Can't
Yeah.
blame you. But one other question I have is, you guys both starred and wrote the script for this. Can you talk a little bit about that? Did one of those processes affect the other? Did it make it easier, more difficult?
I think it made it easier,
yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna
so
say.
too. It made it easier because it was since we really knew the characters. It
Right,
was
right.
us, our
Mhm.
story.
Gotcha,
It was
gotcha.
easy to. It was our words too.
Yeah,
it felt
totally.
very easy.
It really was our words. I
And-
think we ran home after it happened and typed it up immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it was
can't
very
blame you.
fresh.
Yeah, and then we
Um,
had some input too from the director,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth McDonough.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And,
and
she's a
she
good friend
added
of ours.
some fun comedic elements in there,
Mm.
and that was
And-
fun too to
Cool,
play
cool.
with that.
And was any part of that improvised or?
I mean, basically, because she
No.
came up with an idea and said, well,
What
what
do you
about
mean?
this?
Oh, you
Well,
mean-
no, like any part of the film.
No,
The
Oh,
film,
the
like,
actual.
it was
yeah,
all-
yeah.
Oh, it was
no,
all
it
scripted.
was all scripted.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
gotcha.
scripted.
Okay.
There was
okay.
just,
Yeah.
I think, one moment at the end when we talk about, he says, well, show me your nipples. There's only one way to know, show me, and that was her idea. And then we really went with it, and also running through the birds at the end, that was
Mhm.
also
Yeah.
improvised. We weren't planning that many birds there.
I have to say that there was a line that we ended up mixing out so you don't hear it, but
Right.
it's Val's. As we're running, I'm dragging her through the birds and she's saying, "No, stop! We're gonna get shitted on."
We can't
So-
tell, but yeah, that's that was,
good-
I think you should have kept it in.
good soundbite, right?
I know,
It's
right?
great.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what was going on in my mind. Yeah.
Oh, and maybe you kind of already talked about it, but what was your favorite part of making this film and like working on it?
no, for me it was us getting to work together,
Yeah.
like literally side by
Mhm.
side.
Yeah.
And
And
that
hitting-
it's I mean this project was part of our relationship, and then
Mhm.
doing
Yeah.
this film
Definitely.
together was like, even more connecting us.
Yeah,
And now, and since
Yeah.
then we've continued to do projects together. So this was really like
Cool.
the first.
Yeah,
that
and I
we-
think going through certain elements that we wrote down that I guess we didn't think it would come out that way.
Mhm.
We wrote it down and then it came out super funny, especially when we talk about he mimics French people and I mimic American people. That was really fun. I think that was one of my favorite moments.
Yeah, that was a really funny moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really funny, and oh man, there was one other scene I liked. Well, maybe not one scene, but just like the fact that it just felt so natural between you two. It wasn't always Shakespeare. It wasn't always like, perfect lines.
Yeah.
Maybe you kind of stuttered, paused a little bit, but to me that felt like more authentic.
Yeah.
Mm.
You could tell you were like, it almost felt like you guys didn't even know you were filming.
Right.
Oh,
Well, then I
thank you.
guess that's a huge compliment
Yeah,
because
because that's what we were going for.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
because
just the naturalistic, style.
Exactly.
And also we were doing obviously long takes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
It was very early, and it was
Right.
the day after the whole Ebola
Oh,
God.
thing
wow.
happened.
So no one was on the street.
No.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
It was the next morning, and everyone was
Yeah.
terrified because that doctor had just been diagnosed.
Right,
We were
right.
on the
Harlem.
west
Mhm.
side.
And we actually did this right in Lincoln Center. We started
Oh, yeah, yeah.
near there, and
Yeah.
and you
That's
actually
nice.
see that in the beginning, the Lincoln Center cinema.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was one of the difficulties too, was finding how are we gonna what's our map? How are we gonna
Yeah, we didn't.
get from A to B to C?
Right,
and-
right.
We didn't
and-
really plan that.
Oh, I
Well,
did.
once we were in the park, we didn't plan that.
Right.
We didn't plan
Fair
that
enough,
part
fair
of the
enough.
It
park.
worked out perfect.
Yeah.
But was was that part like the biggest challenge of making the film?
I think that was a small crew.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We had a really
Okay.
small crew,
Yeah.
and I guess sound.
Yep. We didn't have a sound recorder on set.
Right,
No,
right.
So we
Labs.
had, I was handling sound. Looking
Nice.
back, I definitely would
Yeah.
have just had someone
Yeah.
there.
Gotcha.
But our DP was Jorge Arzak, and
Yeah.
he was great.
Cool.
And he did a great job of, obviously the style, when you watch it.
Perfect.
Right,
It was exactly what we needed.
We also had a hard
Um,
time with the light because the light of the day we started really early and then
Yep.
the light kept changing
Mhm.
and then it would get too hot for his camera. I'd be like, "Oh, it's too hot here. We need to wait a little bit."
And how long did that whole process take of shooting it?
Oh, we shot in the morning.
It was 6 hours, maybe. I mean, we started at maybe we started rolling at 8 or 9.
Yeah,
I mean, we finished early afternoon.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah,
it was,
Gotcha.
because Elizabeth had to go, our director
yeah.
had to
I
go.
mean, it was like there we were. It was gonna be done, and
Yeah.
that
Fair
was it,
enough,
so,
fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And I think
Awesome.
editing and getting the special effects because we got the
Oh, the
the
poster.
poster put
Poster.
in.
So in the very beginning, the first
Yeah.
frame, we walk out of the movie theater, and there is the Before Midnight poster.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And we got
And
that
obviously
in.
that wasn't there, but
No.
we had that put in because
Yeah.
I mean that's
Yeah, it has to
it
be.
had to be.
It added.
So that was very.
So that- I think
that's
that
a
whole
special
process-
little.
And
Yeah.
the sound and finding the right music too to go with
Mhm.
it
Yep.
because we felt like it needed a little something
Yeah, I
to
agree
get
with
people in.
that. Right.
But yeah, I think that was the post production was the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. So what are your hopes for this film? What do you see for this going forward?
We've been told many times that it's very adorable. And
Seconded that.
and well, maybe eventually we'd think about making something longer. I'm not maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
We'll see. But for this particular piece of the film, we would really like Julie Delpy and Ethan Hawke and Richard Linklater to get to see it
Got it.
as a tribute of
Right.
something that they made. They worked so hard at it for so many years, and now another young generation that felt inspired by them, that is
Right.
really reflecting on our lives.
Mhm.
Their whole story of films brought us together.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So to I don't know, I just would really like for them to see it and see them in us and see something like that. I think is,
Yeah. I agree.
Well, listen, Rich, Ethan, Julie, I got two incredibly talented fans of yours. You should work with them. So, listen, just email me. I'll put you in touch. It's fine. Yeah, I totally know them. So what's on the horizon for you guys? Are you working on anything right now?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you got?
New things. We're actually we co-wrote a web series with our friend Lisa Barron, who's
Cool.
also a writer.
It's currently in post production.
Got
And
it,
it's
got it.
untitled.
It's untitled. It's a comedy.
Yeah.
All right.
Web
Cool.
series comedy.
Like college type
College,
comedy.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Where we get
Okay.
to play characters that we don't.
Normally get
Normally
cast
get-
in.
Yeah. so
Exactly,
that's
but
very
we know we
interesting.
can do, so we get to have
Awesome.
some fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then we co-produced along with Monica Palmieri, who you know.
Yeah, I've met her
And she's
before.
incredible, and that's called
Mhm.
Underwater. That was a short film.
Gotcha.
That's going through the festival circuits. The
Cool.
website is underwaterthefilm.com. If
Awesome,
anyone's interested
awesome.
to check that out. It's a positive story, and I'm actually working on writing the feature film of that now.
Awesome.
Yeah, which
awesome.
is based on his story,
Gotcha.
his real story.
Oh, overcoming
So-
drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a very personal project.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, the short film is
Yeah,
extremely
and we're
personal.
Mhm.
we're
I'm
working
actually
into bringing the short film into high schools,
high schools,
and
universities.
college, yeah,
Yeah.
to
Oh,
bring
gotcha.
awareness
Yeah.
to kids.
Well, I hope that works out for you.
Thank you.
And do you guys have like websites that you'd like people to check out if they want to follow your work, which you should?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my website's ValeryLessard.com. I don't know if mine. It's got Valerie with a Y. Lessard.
Yeah. Valery with a Y.
Yeah.
And mine's Bryan with a Y. Bryan PM Fitzgerald.com.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then there's Instagram, if you guys like to follow that. You can follow my Instagram. It's Valutsky, VALOUTSKII.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'll have a link to that in the bio. Don't worry about that. But listen, that's about all I got. thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk
Thank you.
today.
This was so much fun.
Yeah.
I had a blast. All right. And thank you all for tuning in. I hope you liked our discussion. Again, keep an eye out for their web series as well as Underwater, both the short film and the feature version. Sounds like it's going to be crazy. And, well, okay, maybe that's the wrong word.
No, that's pretty true.
Okay, maybe it is. And of course, as I just said, if you want to follow their work, you know, I've got links to their websites down in the bio. And you know what? Until next time, you're watching Demo Reel.